We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Oh, brilliant. We're back with another past paper. And this time it's 2006. You know, I was looking to see what happened in 2006, and do you know that was the year Saddam Hussein was killed? 2006? Is that serious? Some of you are probably too young for that anyway, but anyway. I'm going to take you through the non-calculator paper first. For this you will need a ruler and a protractor. I'm going to forego that and see how we go. So, first question. Question number 1, some people might call it. Scrambled egg for 4 people requires 6 eggs. How many eggs are required for scrambled egg for 10 people? So, it's a proportion question. We're going to take the proportion 4 to 10 and turn it into 10 to something, right? The easiest way to do this is if we need to get a common number that is common to 4 and 10, you're really probably looking for the highest common factor of 4 and 10, which is 2. So if 4 people require 6 eggs, 2 require 3. And then if we know 2 requires 3, then 10 is 5 times greater than 2. So our other ratio will be 5 times bigger, will be 15. So it will be 15 eggs. And that's just the first question. Done. Write the ratio 30 to 10 to 15 in simplest form. Again, you're looking for your highest common factor of 30, 10 and 15. Well, that is 5. How many 5s are in 30? There are 6. How many 5s are in 10? There are 2. How many 5s are in 15? There are 3. Another 1 mark. We're rattling through these. Dead easy, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Next one. Amir, Shauna and Bill share the cost of a total cost of a holiday in the ratio 5 to 3 to 2. The total cost of the holiday is £700. How much does Shauna pay? Well, just like every other one of these that we've done, 3 steps. First step is to add together your ratio. 5 plus 3 plus 2. That's 8 plus 2, which is 10. And that basically said, if I was breaking it down simply, 5 to 3 to 2, for every £5 that Amir pays, Shauna pays 3, and Bill pays 2. So they would pay £10 each at a time if you were to go around and role play that one at a time. Next bit you want to do is how many 10s are in 700? There are 70. So we'll be able to basically take £10 each time off the 3 people 70 times. So if I know that Amir will have to pay £5 70 times, I also know that Shauna is going to have to pay £3 70 times, and that gives me 210. And as you notice, there's 3 marks for this, so guess what the 3 marks are for? 1, 2, 3. Okay, question 3, we're rolling through these. Probability that Jill will be late for work tomorrow is 0.08. What is the probability she will not be late for work tomorrow? So, we've only got 2 possibilities. That she will be late for work tomorrow and she will not. Total probability equals 1. Total probability equals 1. So, or therefore, the probability she'll not be late is 1 minus 0.08, which equals 0.92. Easy. A box, part B. A box contains 5 red cubes, 1 green cube and 6 blue cubes. A cube is picked at random from the box. What's the probability that it is a red cube? Well, first thing I need to do is add together the amount of cubes, 5 plus 1 plus 6. And that will give me the total amount of cubes. There are 12 cubes altogether. And the probability is, on the bottom is the total amount of possibilities, i.e. 12 cubes. And on the top is the number that we're talking about. So we want to know the probability that it's a red cube. Well, there are 5 red cubes, so the probability is 5 over 12. Easy peasy. Number 4. We have, let's see, Bobo Nails. I really want to rename that company. Oh no, boba nails come in boxes of two sizes, 400 grams and 900 grams. The 400 gram size costs £5.20 and the 900 gram size costs £10.80. Which size is the better value? Must show your calculations. So much like before, we need to equate or get a value which is at the same amount. So the easiest one that jumps to mind, and again you're looking for the biggest common factor between 400 and 900. 100 grams is nice and easy. If we know 400 grams is 520, then 100 grams for the 400 gram batch is 520. Well, actually divide it down below. Divide it by 4. And if I do this, 4 in the 5 goes once, with 1 left over. 4 in the 12 goes 3, with nothing left over. 4 in the 0 goes that. So we get that it is 130 per 100 grams. And we'll go back and do the same thing for our 900 gram box of boba nails. To work out 100 grams, we'll take our £10.80 and we'll divide it by 9 in this case, and that'll give us our price for one of those. So 9 into 1 doesn't go, 9 in the carry your 1, 9 into 10 then goes once with 1 left over, 9 into 18 goes twice, 9 into 0 goes not, and that is 1, make that a bit clearer, per 100 grams, so 900 box. So which one's cheaper? I'm going to go colour mad here. Let's see. The 900 gram box is cheaper, or better value. Rules of indices for question number 5. X to the 6 divided by x to the 2. Well, when you divide, you take away the indices. So it's x to the 6 minus 2, so it's x to the 4. When you multiply, you add the indices. Whoops. So it's 9 to the 7 plus minus 5. Plus and a minus gives you a minus. And that gives you 9 squared. Or you could write your answer as 81. Evaluate this. This is a BODMAS question. No brackets. There's no powers in it. Is there any division? There is not. There are two lots of multiplication. There's plus 5 times 4 and minus 8 times 0. So I will write everything else just down the same as it is and work this out. So we have plus 5 times 4. That's 2 pluses and 5 fours. 2 pluses give a plus and 5 fours gives you 20. And then you have minus 8 times 0 is nothing. So that's nothing. So 5 minus 8 plus 20. I just be careful of this. So 5 minus 8 is minus 3. Minus 3 plus 20 is plus 17. Next one. Again, another BODMAS question. In this case, we do have powers. So we'll do our powers first. We'll do minus 2 cubed, which is minus 2 times minus 2 times minus 2. Minus 2 times minus 2 is plus 4. That's times minus 2. And my plus 4 times minus 2 gives me minus 8. We have to multiply that by 3 still, and that gives us an answer of minus 24. Easy peasy. This is a digital display. Question number 6. Digital display given the attendance at a cricket match. Write this correct 2 significant figures. So 2 significant figures is the first 2 digits that are non-zero. So that's 2. And then we're going to round after the 1. So the way I generally teach it is draw a line where you're going to round, and then draw a box around the 2 numbers, the number to the left and the number to the right, and round that to the nearest 10. Well, if I round 19 to the nearest 10, I get 20. That stays the same, and we'll have to add zeros so that it keeps the same form of number. So this was 21,973. Rounds to 22,000. Add the zeros after the rounding point so that it still is around a value of 21,973. We've got to write this answer in standard form. Well, that is 2.2 because the first number is a number between 1 and 10. And then we look at the amount of digits that the decimal point would have to move. So if it was there, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's by 10 to the 4. And that is question 6. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Number 7. A regular polygon has an exterior angle of 45 degrees. How many sides does the polygon have? So if I go to our pen and I use the formula that the number of sides equals 360 divided by your exterior angle. So it's 360 divided by 45, which is 8. 360 is the total of all the exterior angles. So if you have your exterior angle, then you're just seeing how many times you're turning that. What's the name of an 8-sided shape? Well, it is an octagon. What's the size of the interior angle? The interior angle is 180 minus the exterior. So it's 180 minus 45. And you'll work that out to be 135 degrees. And what's the sum of the interior angles? Well, there are 8 135 degree angles. I multiply that together is 1080. Or you can use the formula n minus 2 times 180. And that would be, 8 minus 2 times 180. Scroll down and give myself a wee bit of room. 6 times 180, which also gives us 1080 degrees. We've got to solve 6k plus 4 equals 3k plus 8. Going to move one thing at a time. I'm going to move the letters to the left and the number terms to the right, but we'll move one at a time. So I'm going to write everything else down exactly as it was. The plus 3k, when it moves over, becomes a minus 3k, and that equals minus 8. I'm going to move the plus 4 over to the other side. So I'll write down this exactly the same as it was. And plus 4, when it moves over, does the opposite of what it was doing before. It becomes a minus 4. 6k minus 3k is 3k. Minus 8 minus 4 is minus 12. If 3k equals 12, k equals minus 12 divided by 3, which gives me minus 4. Expand and simplify b. We don't have to solve anything, we've just to multiply the brackets. And the way we do that is that term multiplied by that term. So 4 times 6p gives me 24p. 4 times minus 5, that's on the other side here. Well, 4 times 5 gives me 20. And we have a plus and a minus gives us a minus. Minus 3 times p is minus 3p. And again, I'll do the next one at the side. Minus 3 times plus 4. 3 4s are 12. Plus minus gives me a minus. We group together our letter terms and our number terms. 24 minus 3p is 21p. Minus 20 minus 12 is minus 32. Part C, we've got to factorize this quadratic expression, so we end up with a pair of round brackets like this. Let's start with x. First thing we do, we'll list the factors of 20, or it gives minus 20. Well, 5 4s we'll give it. Remember, there's two possibilities, 10 2s and 20 1s. So to get a minus 20, you can have a plus 5 and a minus 4, a minus 5 and a plus 4. Similarly, a plus 10 and a minus 2, or a minus 10 and a plus 2. A plus 20 and a minus 1, or a minus 20 and a plus 1. If I add these across, plus 5 minus 4 is plus 1. Minus 5 plus 4 is minus 1. Plus 10 minus 2 is plus 8. Minus 10 plus 2 is minus 8. Plus 20 minus 1 is plus 19. And lastly, minus 20 plus 1 is minus 19. Which one of those matches minus 8? Well, it's that one there. Well, actually, I'll get my highlighter for it. Why not show off? It's that one there. Okay. So our brackets are x minus 10 and x plus 2, which if you multiply out, you can check, but it will give you the x squared minus 8x minus 20. The graph of the equation 3 minus x is drawn on the grid below. What is the gradient of the line 3 minus x? Well, gradient of a line from the equation of the form y equals mx plus c, m is the number that's multiplied by the x, or the coefficient as it's called. Coefficient of x. So what's the value of x? Well, x is minus 1x, so your gradient equals minus 1. We've got to complete the table for this. So if I put in x equals minus 2 into your equation, but if y equals 3 times minus 2 minus 1, it's minus 6 minus 1, which equals minus 7. That goes in there. If I stick in x equals to 0 of y equals 3 times 0 minus 1, which is 0 minus 1, which is minus 1. And last but not least, we'll do it over here. X equals 2. Sorry, y equals 3 times 2 minus 1, which is 6 minus 1, which is 5. And we've got to draw that line above. So our coordinates, we've got 3 sets of coordinates. We've got minus 2, minus 7. So if I draw that on, whoops, a minus 2, minus 7 is there. Next one is 0 minus 1, which is 0 minus 1. And last but not least, 2, 5, which is 2, 5. I gotta try. God, I wish I could draw a straight line here, but oh well. I wonder if I can actually. Would you look at that? Yeah, I'm getting better at this, aren't I? Holy. Right. So there's our line drawn now. We should extend it up and out to the extremities, but I like that. God. So that should continue there, and that should continue out there. Okay. So I've drawn that line, and I've got to use the graphs to find the solution of the simultaneous equation y equals 3 minus x and y equals 3x minus 1. Well, 3 minus x is shown there, and 3x minus 1 is the one we worked out. So the solution is the point where the two lines intersect, which is this point here. And that value is x equal to 1, y equals 2, or the coordinates 1, 2. So we put that down here. X equals to 1, y equals minus 2. Or sorry, plus 2. Whoops. Scrolling about's no good for your health. Not many to go now. Question number 10. So expand and simplify this. So this is our foil. So front two we do together is x times x is x squared. The last two is plus 6 times plus 5, which is plus 30. The middle two is plus 6 times x is plus 6x. Outer two is x times 5, which is 5x. And group together these two and reorder. Plus 6x plus 5x is plus 11x, and that's plus 30. Number 11. A racing pigeon flies from Mallintoy to Sluis. The skill diagram represents this journey. Use the diagram to find the actual distance between Mallintoy and Sluis and the brain of Sluis from Mallintoy. Okay, so we found out that a scale is 1 centimeter equals 3 kilometers. So for every centimeter that we have here, we're going to multiply that distance by 3, and then we will have our answer. Okay, so best way to do this, because I can't actually draw it properly, I will give you the answers. I'll tell you what you should get when you multiply it up. You should get that the distance that you measure, you should get that this is 5. Oops, I'll need to put my pen back on. You should get that this is 5.5 centimeters. So if I do 5.5 times 3, that should give us 16.5 kilometers. We have to work out the bearing of Sluice from Mallintoy. Well, from tells you where you start, so we're starting at Mallintoy, and the bearing that we need to measure is that one round there. And if you measure that, you should find that's 231 or 230, or you're allowed a 2 centimeter tolerance, or 2 degree tolerance either way. So for anything from 229 to 233 is fine. If you were trying to work out in your head an approximate answer to that calculation, what numbers would you use? You should be able to do it in your head, so the best thing that you do, you could round that to the nearest 100 or one significant figure. And 639 to one significant figure is 600. One significant figure for that is 40. I can do that in my head. 6 fours are 24, and there are 1, 2, 3 knots. 24,000. Write down what your approximate answer would be. Oh, oops, what numbers would you use? That should be down there, sorry. And that is the end of the calculator paper. Fairly straightforward. As usual, any questions you can pop me to the email at chrismohan@circ.ac.uk. But until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.
Sitting alone up in my room, think about the time that we've been through. Oh my love, looking at a picture in my hand, trying my best to understand. I really want to know what we did wrong, with a love that feels so strong. If only you were here tonight, I know that we could make it right. I don't know how to live without your love. I was born to make you happy, 'cause you're the only one within my heart. I was born to make you happy, always and forever you and me. That's the way our life should be. I don't know how to live without your love. I was born to make you happy. I know I've been a fool since you've been gone. I better give up and carry on. Oh my love, 'cause living in a dream of you and me is not the way my life should be. I don't know how to cry a tear for you, so forgive me if I do. If only you were here tonight, I know that we can make it right. I don't know how to live without your love. I was born to make you happy, 'cause you're the only one within my heart. I was born to make you happy, always and forever you and me. It's not the way my life should be. I don't want to fuck no wasted days. Look at us. Happy, happy, happy was. Happy was.
Nice. Was eine schwierige